Had a rough first day of school. Got to talk to you, young fella. Let's come on in the weight room. Let's blow off some steam. How you feel? Hey, tell me what's wrong. Come here. What's your last name?
Sanders?
What does Sanders mean?
My last name?
That we're confident, that we're tough, we could make it through anything. I knew changing schools was gonna be hard on grown, but times like this, baby, it makes a young fella grow up and get a little tougher. We're Sanders, man. That's who we are.
It was a bad day for me because I really didn't know that many people. So whenever you don't know that many people, it's not going to be that fun.
You're a strong kid, buddy. You're not? Why you don't think you're strong? Shedeur has to get motivated. Shedeur has to dominate what's ever ahead of him. This is just one of many hurdles that he's going to cross or come across in life. Over your head. Over your head. By yourself. You did that by yourself. It's just like life. You think I'm going to let something take advantage of you? Huh? That's what a daddy is. I'm here to protect you, to guide you and lead you. I got you, man. You understand? You don't have to be the best, but you got to give me what?
Best?
Your best. Are we better?
I guess so.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. Got to talk a little Cleveland Browns football and, of course, Shedeur Sanders on today. And I have those stats up on your screen, and I have that other photo up there because despite Shedeur still being listed as the 4th QB on the roster right now, they still using him for promotionals to sell season tickets and things like that. So I can tell you, they're not going to waive Shedeur Sanders. This is just media talking, but it would make no sense for his last game to have those stats. We've seen them with our eyes, so you can't hide you can no longer hide behind he's not ready, and that's why he's not getting any first team reps. So obviously we'll see what happens with him this week. I feel like they'll waive Kenny Pickett and Huntley and keep 2 rookies and Joe Flacco. But the comments made by Dillon Gabriel this past weekend, where he said there's entertainers and there's competitors. Now, he said that that's a thing that he's often said about the media opposed to the players themselves. And many took it as he was taking a shot at Shedeur. Now, Shannon Sharp said this was definitely a shot at Shedeur Sanders, where Ocho didn't quite agree with that, nor did Stephen A. Smith. Now, we're going to look at what was said about Shedeur, because one Browns reporter claimed that they would get rid of Shedeur if it was a competition between, or it was a decision between him and Dillon Gabriel.
But I don't think they'll keep both veterans and both rookie quarterbacks. It just doesn't make sense. And by the way, what if they decided they wanted to get rid of one of the rookies? And the rookie that they probably get rid of will be the one that they took in the 5th round. And if that's the case, is there a market out there for him?
I think Shedeur Sanders will start a game for the Browns this season. Said that when they drafted him. But I don't have an agenda here. And anybody who, believes in Shedeur Sanders shouldn't have been surprised at how he played. That was the surprising part of it. If you think he can play, then why were you surprised?
I want the most entertaining topics. So the truth is about these guys, I have 2 strong opinions. I think Dillon Gabriel's size is an issue. I would have a hard time building around him. He's small. He's serious and he's businesslike. I like his temperament more than Shedeur, who's silly and kind of goofy. But I think Shedeur was underdrafted. Shedeur is bigger. I think he moves well. I would choose Shedeur over Dillon Gabriel, but Kevin Stefanski, he liked the seriousness, the accuracy, and the way he ran an offense, Dillon Gabriel at Oregon. I don't think either is transformational. And here's the thing. What NFL GMs really want from quarterbacks, they want you to be Andrew Luck. Great and boring.
Now, Colin Cowherd is not lying when he says that. They want you to be great and boring. I mean, think about Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's up there all time, you know, QB. But his personality, you wouldn't say is the most fun personality, right? Or not even that, you know, just nothing outside of the box of what an owner would want to see, right? That's how we'll put it. We won't call people boring, but, you know, they don't do anything outside the box. Whereas Shedeur, obviously showing the watches and things like that. His personality is more of a DB's personality, but who was he raised by? The ultimate DB, right? So that's not even a knock on him. You know, he's like his father now, but he's a quarterback. I wanted to show that footage at the beginning because we could see Coach Prime was molding him for these moments like this. Like, obviously, they didn't expect this to happen. At that point in Shedeur's life, you just working to put yourself in position to be good enough to possibly get drafted. But when the writing was on the wall and they were at Colorado or even at Jackson State, when he went and put up there and then they transferred over, he was putting up big stats. You know, he had that thing about transferring to another school and everything. You know, those hurdles in life and how you overcome them oftentimes are markers that you can look back to. You can pull from your resolve during that time to get through a situation in the future, because you can liken your feelings to something you felt in the past. And so that's what that's what I take from it when I look at how prepared Shedeur Sanders was, how cool, calm, and collected he was. He can play a game within the game. Like I said, he came out slower. Dillon Gabriel came out the box faster. But as time progressed, one thing I liked that I seen from Shedeur in Carolina was what he was able to do in the red zone. Because we had been seeing he was getting in the end zone more than the other quarterbacks in camp. And the one he threw through that tight window, the ball placement, you know, in the red zone was something that I was impressed with, because the field shrinks, right? The safeties or what have it or what have you, they aren't looking for somebody to beat them deep when you're in the red zone. So those throws for a young quarterback, to me, to be able to make those throws he was making in tight windows, when you are going to get that help from the backside, that's what was impressive to me. Dillon Gabriel, he had good ball placement, you know, early on in the game, but obviously he had that one pick where the two receivers were in the same place, and obviously you can't make that throw. Like, you supposed to read, that's a part of your read, right? You don't make that throw and the guys ran the wrong route and it was a nasty play. You know, that's one maybe Shedeur probably would have held, honestly, or threw away. So, and he also had that fumble. But to hear the one guy say that they will let Shedeur Sanders go, no, they will not, because you don't have a way to justify it. If he came out there and played horribly that first game, then maybe you could lean more into that. But I don't see no path that they're able to waive Shedeur if what we saw in Carolina is the last time we see him. So if he's hurt and he doesn't play week 3, there's no way they can let him go. If he plays subpar in week 3, there's no way they can let him go, honestly. And I'm just saying that from a business perspective, right? They know that people are tuning in to watch Shedeur Sanders at this point. So there's a business component there too that, you know, they're definitely taking advantage of. That's why I want to show you the picture of them showing him on the front page of their website, because they're selling Shedeur. The Browns are selling Shedeur, but then they're telling you, okay, he's 4th string, he's not ready. Which one is it? I think these are conversational pieces. You don't necessarily have to make a decision right now at quarterback, because you do have Joe Flacco, and so nobody's really going to push back on that to start the season. What people will be watching, you know, is Dillon Gabriel. Will he get the opportunity before Shedeur Sanders? And so I don't know how that's going to play out, but my prediction, Joe Flacco, Shedeur, and Dillon will be on that roster day one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.